thirds.
Whoa.
Yeah, math
Using
term,
scissors?
sorry, this is science. This is the math term, cut it in thirds. You don't have to cut it, but separate it with lines.
Skizzers?
Don't cut it,
Yes.
I don't. And we're gonna fill out stuff that you know when I say, periodic trends. Do you guys know anything about those?
No.
Alright,
No,
what do you
I-
guys think that is? And write that down.
On where?
The first section, we're doing a KWL chart.
Periodic trend.
Yes. Periodic trends, and then, I don't, I sent that email, and after this, you're gonna use both these websites, and you're gonna kinda browse, explore, and learn more about these periodic trends, and I'll walk around and help you guys if you have any questions, and we're gonna fill out the rest of this chart.
Thank God. I think it's just periodic trends are the way they're placed in the table because of their, what they are.
Okay, that's enough, Mike.
Wasn't talking about it.
Here's the email.
Yeah.
Okay. Has to do with the periodic table. Hey, you're not wrong. What do you have?
What's the same between the table? Is that right?
Okay, well, it's a
No,
little bit
okay.
more in depth than that. So, that first website, the Iowa AEA online, I want you to go straight to this section. You don't have to read the whole thing, because a lot of it isn't what we're gonna talk about today. I want you to start reading, or start looking, scroll down a little bit, and it says the periodic table. It's gonna look like this. You can skim this section here. And then the next section is trends in the chemical properties of the elements. You can skim that section too. And then fill out,
Whoa.
and so you skim that one, you can go to the next one, read a little bit more. You only have to go 1 through 5 on that next website. Have you guys seen the next website yet? If this is going way over your head, we can just take it one website at a time and kind of work together too.
I need Bill Nye to tell it to me.
Bill.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That'd be a good thing to watch for next week.
I don't think there's a space.
No, I have to.
Password? Iowa AEA, all lowercase. LOL, my life. You can share.
That's the most part, and then I'm gonna get into detail of what types of trends are.
Sounds like a chemical reaction taking place.
So, for this website, I only want you to read up until, metallic characteristics. Yeah, those first 5. They're pretty simple, they have graphs and stuff too.
Use Swiss lines.
It was a-
Anywhere I am?
Something all right?
You supposed to put any of this information?
Are we supposed to put notes or?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of fill out the rest of the chart with, I mean, we'll skip the W part. That's kind of what you want to learn more about and then what you learned. So, obviously that's what you know, or you thought you knew, and then you can update it on the bottom, the last third of that paper. Kahoot quiz after this too.
Woo-hoo.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, super fun. With questions off of this?
Yeah, from this.
Oh, cool.
It's gonna be good.
This will be probably the most honest Kahoot quiz we'll ever take. I think there's 14 questions.
Oh my goodness.
Boy.
A lot of them are true false though.
Guys, Bree's not winning this one.
So a lot of them, I mean, it has prior knowledge too. I edited it from another quiz I found on there, so I didn't make that.
That'll be fun.
Okay. Where is everyone at right now? That's what I wanna know. Lost?
Trends in the chemical properties.
Trends in the chemical properties. Okay. Have you started reading anything about the trends?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm sure.
I'll kind of shuffle you along a little bit. Can you go to the next website?
Yep.
Okay. That'll talk about the specific trends in the periodic table. And I only want you to read the first 5.
First.
There's multiple trends.
Oh, so like this is
And
one?
these are the table of contents, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are different trends. Kind of, it's pretty neat to, I mean, look at how the elements are put on the periodic table based on their specific atoms.
We supposed to look at the other link too,
Which one?
when you give us two.
Yeah, you were on 101.
Yeah.
I thought you were on the second one too. Yeah, that one kind of explains why the elements are placed in the groups that they're in, which is kind of a trend. It sets out the trends. So long. Nice. What about atomic radius?
Same thing. I believe that's it.
Oh, I learned
Sorry.
this. Something increases, yeah, I learned this.
Decreases, isn't it?
The only thing I don't agree is they put the arrows where it decreases. And when I learned it's the arrows should go where it increases. It
Yeah,
just kind
so
of
it should be,
confusing.
yeah.
Kind of what I'm looking for you guys right now with these different types of trends is to know what they are and to know what direction they follow. So if that kind of helps things expedite things, we'll go over it more later lesson.
Michael?
I'll give you guys a few more minutes and then we're gonna move on. Unless you guys are ready to go now.
That's quiz, it's not gonna get better.
Got some good info here. We're only supposed to go to the metallic, right? On the second?
Yeah. Yep. So what website did you guys like the best?
Second one,
Second one? Which was?
easier to read.
Cam
The
Wiki.
the
periodic
Cambridge?
properties of the elements.
It was better, more visual.
Easier to read.
Matt, are you still looking?
Yeah, I don't understand this.
Okay, that's fine. It's kind of hard to teach something like this when
First
you're
one
just
just
jumping
makes me
into it.
laugh.
But, okay, so you guys like, probably the majority of you like the Chem Wiki one because it had the graphs. And it was a little bit more descriptive. There's a lot more reading on the second one, the Britannica Online one. I thought that was kind of tough to read, you know, really break it down. Just kind of throwing you guys to the wolves right now. This should help, if you wanna take notes, I know it's gonna be kinda tough to do this. You guys you can write down the answers and use this as a study guide. But if you wanna get out your smartphones or computers, gonna kind of be a little assessment of what you just read, and maybe you can help fill out the rest of your chart using this too. If you thought something and you found out that wasn't correct, you can change that. So, you guys wanna go to Kahoot?
It just takes a minute.
We're not gonna listen to music. I don't want a headache.
Mine's not loading.
I think that's an excuse to get out of it. Science.
That you can.
I actually don't hate science, I just have no idea what they were doing.
Just got in.
Alright, you guys ready to do this?
Oh,
Maybe?
Why not?
Whatever.
25% chance we'll get it right.
Alright,
The right side.
Do
these are
this.
all the groups on the periodic table.
Oh my gosh.
So
Holy.
which color group on the periodic table represents the halogens? You got 15, 13, 12, 10 seconds. I know it's confusing where it says a color, but then it puts it in a different color.
Right. Yellow,
So- That's gonna be in there.
Yay!
That's gonna be right
I
here.
couldn't tell if that one was yellow or that one. I was getting confused.
They
Yeah,
both are.
that's more of a peach, I think.
Understandable.
Halogens, they're right next to the noble gases. Halogens have
My teacher would be so proud.
almost, they're one electron short of being a full electron shell, they're outermost. So they really want electrons.
Yes.
Okay, now after having said that, right next
Yeah.
to the noble gases, which
Okay.
color represents the noble gases?
Oh, no, I just clicked the color, nothing.
You gotta read.
Wait. Oh, I did get it right, okay.
I did too. I was like, wait, what? Only one person clicked the list.
Yeah, I clicked the color.
Nice. Science still has 0 points. Maybe if you change your name. Alright, what is the name of the elements in group 1? You might have skimmed over this pretty quick in one of the websites.
What? What's wrong? Holly.
I know it's your science.
Yeah. I mean, it took a couple classes.
So elements in the same group, do you guys remember what groups are?
Yeah.
Go down this way.
Yes, got one.
Nice.
Crushing it.
Starting to get it a little bit. Alright, elements in the same period have similar properties, and they go this way, across. So do elements share the same characteristics? Great.
Bowser.
So the number of electron shells as an atom increases as you go down a group, true or false?
Shoot.
Now, what would that be an example of, like one of the trends that you learned?
Electronegativity.
Yeah.
Good job. Did you get
Does
it
that
right?
make sense to anybody?
Got the full 1,000. Bowser's catching up.
Starting to be a little bit of a race now. The number of electrons in element has increases as you move across the period. True or false? Now, someone who explain to me why that is.
Because the numbers increase.
Yeah, it's the same
More
number.
numbers.
Yeah. If the atomic number increases going that way,
The electrons.
the electrons have to increase. Give me a race now. Elements increase in size as you move across the period. True or false?
Oh.
Increase in size. True.
I thought of, yeah.
Now, this is kind of counterintuitive to how the, one of the graphs on there described atomic radius. So you guys remember atomic radius is one of the trends. It decreases going left to right, so that means it has to increase going right to left. It's kind of backwards, but if atomic radius increases, so the size between two nucleuses of atoms gets larger. So larger elements will have more electrons and more protons in the center, right? Because they weigh more, they have a higher atomic number. Their nucleuses are going to be stronger, so they're going to pull with more force than two smaller nucleuses. That's why they're going to be closer together than smaller elements. Does that make sense? They're going to have more force to pull each other together. So. The mass of elements decreases as you move across a period, true or false? So moving across, the mass of the elements decreases. It is false. What does it do?
Increase.
Let's say the opposite.
What? This is rigged.
The mass of elements increases as you move down into true or false? True. Right. For that one, what does it do? Whoever put false. It'd be the opposite, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Most elements in the periodic table are metals, true or false?
Oh, man.
It's true. You got that big chunk right in the middle, and you got the alkali rare earth metals. That's an actual group. That's group 2. A lot of them are metals.
Rigged.
I think I've gotten 2 right.
Hey, you're up there.
Well, you can get 3 more right. Right or left. Some elements have properties of both metals and non-metals. True or false?
It's true.
True. What do we call those elements?
Hey, you got it
Good
right.
about
What do
that?
you know?
I got 4 now, guys.
Nice. Improvement. They're called metalloids. They have properties of non-metals and metals. It's
I
very
would say
beautiful.
true too, I decided not to. I think I might be out.
This is a trick question. Yeah, you are.
K is the
Oh, I
symbol
know
for which
this one.
element?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Honey.
All
One
right,
thing I
glad you
remember
guys
from
all
high
got
school.
that. Alkali metals are extremely reactive. Why? I explained this in a previous lesson if you guys were listening.
What?
So would someone explain to me why they chose, if you didn't get it right, someone explain to me why you chose a different answer? Anybody? One of the 3 that chose the red triangle, why'd you pick that?
It sounded good.
It sounded good?
Yeah.
Okay. Elements, unless they're an ion, have an equal number of protons
Yeah.
and neutrons, or I guess not protons and neutrons, that deals with atomic weight. So the neutrons aren't reactive, they're neutral. This one is correct because they're on group 1. They only have 1 electron in their outer shell, so they can accept a lot. And so they react with water, they react with air, they react with pretty much anything, pretty violently. And last one, why are noble gases so unreactive? If group 1's so reactive, all the way on the other side, why are they so unreactive?
I don't know.
And this one might have been kind of a trick question too. You can have 8 electrons and be full, but when you get bigger, your shells can hold more than 8 electrons at a time. So that's kind of a better answer of the 2. Wasn't trying to trick you. Just kidding.
God bless.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Is that the end?
That is the end. So now, what I want you to do,
I'm so happy.
I'm in the top 5.
I hope
Top
so.
5 of 5.
You got top 5.
I should take a
So-
pic of this.
I call this rabbit out of a hat, but I didn't bring a hat. I'm gonna pass these out, and I want you to write down one question you have, or one thing that you're still kinda confused about and you wanna learn more. I guess it's kinda the same thing, but.
Turn it in.
Yep, give it to me, and then I'm gonna read them out loud, and I'm gonna pick someone to answer that.
So what do we
If
need
they
to
can
write
all have
down?
it. So write down one question you have, or one thing you're still confused about and you wanna learn more about. And then give it to, turn it in when you're done, and we'll go over them.
You guys were out there when I got here. It was a long day today.
Done?
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I don't even know what I don't know, so I don't even know what the question. This is yours.
What we'll do is, I'll read it, and then, this might be kinda hard for you guys to kinda help each other and teach each other if you're all kind of not knowing too much. But I'll kind of expedite this, so I'll read one, and then I'll ask the student to maybe address that problem if they didn't write that, you know what I mean?